get in here and record, man. I gotta.
Come on, no, I can't do it, man.
Skool,
Can't do it.
come on, bruh.
Listen, bruh, Rich, I'm security, nigga. What? Come on, man.
nigga. Come on, bro. Just one time, like, bro. What? Hey,
Listen,
what if I let you in on the episode? Come on.
how you gonna let me in on an episode of my shit?
Come on. I mean, bro, we need the movie, dog. We need the movie.
I do want to do a movie.
Come on, that's what I'm saying. Come on, dog.
Fuck it. Come on, let's go.
All right.
Shit.
Welcome to another episode of the Culture Garden Podcast Takeover. We are back in this thing, and I'm not alone, even though I am a guest in this thing. Like he said, this is his own thing, and I was able to persuade the brother to come on back in here. One of the favorites, one of the MVPs of the show, one of the big three. We got our guy, man. After a long awaited time, he is back in this thing. My guy, y'all guy.
Yeah.
Skool. Let's get it.
Skool in the building. What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, man. It feels good, my G. It feels good. Yes. I'm glad to be here, man. For sure.
And I'm glad you're here. And I mean, you know, it's exciting to be able to take a moment of the serious life to be able to laugh and talk about a film, especially one we're going to talk about today.
This silly ass movie, man.
Oh man. But if y'all haven't noticed already in the description, today we'll be talking about Blue Streak.
Yeah.
The synopsis of Blue Streak. Miles Logan is a jewel thief who just hit the big time by stealing a huge diamond. However, after 2 years in jail, he comes to find out that he hid the diamond in a police building that was being built at the time of the robbery. In an attempt to regain his diamond, he poses as LAPD detective. The stats on the film: it was released in theaters September 17th, 1999. It budgeted $36 million. Box office, 117 million, almost 118 million. Box office. Come on, dog. This is directed by Les Mayfield, written by Michael Berry, John Blumenthal, and Stephen Carpenter. The cast of this film: Martin Lawrence as Miles Logan, or Detective Malone. Luke Wilson as Detective Carlson, Dave Chappelle as Tully, Peter Green as Deacon, William Forst as Detective Hardcastle, Graham Beckel as Lieutenant Rizzo, Robert Miranda as Detective Glenn Fiddish. It goes on.
Got a couple of Oscar winners in there. Yeah,
who we got?
Octavia Spencer, man. She has that little small scene.
That is her.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. And another thing I wanted to say, man, about the director, Les, what's his name? I'm sorry.
Les Mayfield.
Okay. One thing when I was looking at his filmography was he seems to be the type of director that you hire just to see how big a celebrity or a comedian's reach has become. And what I mean by that is, look at the movies he's directed. He directed Encino Man, which stars Pauly Shore and Brandon Fraser. And the thing about that is, if you don't know, and I'm sure we do, but the young cats don't know, Pauly Shore was huge for like 10 minutes.
Dude.
And somehow he got a movie out of this guy. And that was a big deal. Like, I think that made about $36 million on a $7 million budget. He has The Man, which is a horrible movie with Samuel L. Jackson and Eugene Levy, which, remember, Eugene Levy was hot for a second. Damn, it's another one. Code Name The Cleaner with Cedric the Entertainer. He's one of those directors you bring in and be like, yo, I got 15 million. I got one of the hottest guys in the industry right now. What can you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, and he hit big with Blue Streak. I want to say Blue Streak is probably his biggest.
That's got to be.
It's got to be.
Like that margin is nuts.
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah. For sure.
No, that's
sorry, not to cut you
no,
off
you
real
good.
quick. Another thing I was gonna say is Peter Green, aka Deacon. I want to say he the white people's Bokeem Woodbine. He's bro. When you see him on screen, you know he's a bad
guy. So is he Bokeem Woodbine for us, or is he Clifton Powell?
Ooh. I don't. You know what? I'm gonna say Bokeem because Bokeem doesn't have as many film credits as Clifton. True. Clifton's on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And Peter Green probably has about the same amount as Bokeem. And for majority of his career, bro, he plays the bad guy. Like when you see him on screen, even if he's playing cool, somehow he's the nigga that's about to put that knife in your back. Like he always plays that role.
He's
always.
Good at it too. God, he's good at it.
Yeah.
At some point later down the road, y'all get it eventually, but at some point there will be a discussion about The Mask.
The Mask.
Just
he's
know.
He's in one of my other he's in another favorite of mine that's definitely a SGP. It ain't gonna make it to the coaching guard. But The Bounty Hunter with Gerard Butler and Jennifer Aniston. He's the bad guy in that. He's fire in there.
Have you brought that up before?
I believe I have.
The Bounty Hunter Club. That name sounds familiar.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen it. When did that come out?
When Gerard Butler was hot as fish grease after 300.
Oh, so after that, okay. So like mid 2000s, it seemed like.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, for sure.
I love it, man. This is it's just an honor to be here with you, brother. So my first question, is this a classic or not?
For sure, absolutely. I would say it's a classic. It is one of those movies that it just, I don't even want to say it has plot holes in it because it doesn't. Yeah. It's just one of those movies that's just like, for real. Come on, man. For real. But it's Martin, man. You just gotta love Martin, man. If you don't take it so serious, it does exactly what it's supposed to do, man.
That's true.
Make you laugh.
That's true.
For real. Yeah.
That is very true. I agree. This is definitely a classic. When I go down Martin's filmography, this doesn't slip my mind. There's movies that Martin has done that will slip my mind, like a Rebound.
Oh man.
Big Mama House too.
Man, don't do it. But what about the College Trip? My sister said she don't even remember that one. I said when
College Trip. Yeah, what is that?
Raven Simone.
Oh, that was that one. Yeah, I do remember that movie. I don't remember the name though. That's what it's called, College Trip.
It's called College Trip or some shit like that. Listen, trash.
Dog, the transition into like, oh, he's got to be the dad, like moving to the dad role just wasn't good. Yeah. And you know what it is too? We never seen Martin like that. So it didn't, we didn't see him anywhere where he really was a father. So I don't think it resonated. When he got older, it didn't hit. Like the closest we could see him as a father is Big Mama House 1. Like we like, okay, he like a stepdad, like he that swaggy, cool pop, but he ain't really. But we never. I think that kind of was a challenge for us. Like even didn't he have a child on Roscoe Jenkins? Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins.
Yeah, he had. No, I don't think he did. Yes, he did. He had a son. Okay, and even in Bad Boys, he had kids. But you still don't.
I'll give him Bad Boys. I'll give him Bad Boys. But it still wasn't. I don't know. He always still felt like he never felt like that, and I think that might have hurt those later films. But I agree. Classic, absolutely. I love this movie. Martin at his top tier in this film, like by far. Like you want everything that Martin gives from all sides of his acting and comedic chops, you're gonna get it in this movie. Another question I want to ask, actually rather a game. Shouts out to Rick, shout out to Ray.
Yeah.
This or that. Blue Streak or Nothing to Lose?
Ooh,
yeah,
that's good.
The two crossovers.
Damn, I'm going to Blue Streak. I'm going Blue Streak.
Okay,
I'm going Blue Streak.
I've
seen Blue Streak 1,000 more times, so I'm gonna say Blue Streak.
Yeah, I'm done. Even if I went back, Martin carried this a little more. That's probably definitely for me. Yeah. That's why. Like the other one was good, but all right.
Another one of them. Tim Robbins had just came off an Oscar win. Like it was
that for Good Will Hunting? Was it?
No, it was off of Shawshank.
Shawshank. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's
Yep.
okay. Gotcha.
So you know what it was like. Let's pair him up with somebody hot as fish grease. And
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
Man, good old Hollywood.
Good Hollywood. Blue Streak versus or National Security.
Oh, I'm going National Security.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Why? What is it about that pairing versus this one with Luke?
It ain't even the pairing. I like the bad guy in National Security better. This gonna sound fucked up, and I don't care. I like when bad guys be racist. That shit is hilarious to me. Like,
nah, don't. Yeah.
And I don't like when he was calling him a monkey. Like, that shit is hilarious. Like, hey, he was on there fooling, like, because that's bold, bro. Like,
that's what it is. It's the audacity of somebody, like, and you're comfortable, like, I'm not scared of you at all. Like, that's why shout out to Rick, shout out to Spike, but like that's why we laugh so hard on Good Earners, because they're so racist. They go out their way just to do it. Like, you like Pocahontas over here, like, bro.
Yep.
Dog, like, what? Why are you doing this?
Why are you doing this? Yeah. It's crazy.
Okay. Fair enough. I'm about to pick your brain a little more about villains, man. I think there's an interesting conversation there.
Oh yeah, I got some.
Okay. 2 more.
Okay.
Blue Streak or Big Mama's House?
I'm gonna go Big Mama's House.
Yeah.
I think one of the best things we know about Martin is not only does he kill it with the physical comedy, but he can do the be someone else, become someone else. And not only, prime example at the beginning of this movie, like when he was delivering the pizza, like he did that all of Big Mama's House. You know what I mean? That's his apex, is him just being someone else and creating somebody and just acting a fool. And that's what he did in Big Mama's House. And that's why it's such a great movie, but the fall off is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's nuts. Sidebar question. I'm going Big Mama House as well, but sidebar question.
Yeah.
Who's the more believable grandma between I don't remember what Big Mama's house her name was, but that or Tyler Perry's Madea? Like, believable as far as, I would think, if I didn't know there was a guy in here, I would believe this is really a grandma for real.
I would. I think her name was Hattie. I can't remember.
Hattie, yeah, you're right. Hattie Mae Pierce. I think Hattie Mae Pierce.
Hattie Mae Pierce.
Yeah.
I can't lie, man. I'm going Madea.
Yeah, fair.
I'm going Madea.
Yeah. He's locked in so much. It's crazy that I'd be like, bro, this is a dude under here. Like, he's the God.
It used to be a point where I didn't believe that was him really making that voice. Like,
that's what I'm saying, dude. Like,
when he cuts it on, it's ridiculous.
Man. It's just because he's so different from that in real life. So okay. Last one. Blue Streak or Thin Line Between Love and Hate?
Blue Streak. You know how I feel about Thin Line, man. I think
it's been a minute. What was your sentiment? I just refresh me. I'm sorry. It's been a minute. I did listen to. I do remember that.
Thin Line was trash to me.
Oh dang. Okay.
And one of the problems that I spoke about with it was, Martin. It was his first film, first time ever directing. He's never directed again. And I feel like he was trying to do too much. I feel like he should have took the back seat. And then the sidekick was Bobby Brown, like being the ladies' man. Like, it was just a lot. I feel like, man, could you imagine him and like Jamie Foxx, letting Jamie be that guy and he be the comedic person, or just picking somebody different, man? It definitely could have been a great movie.
Yeah, it could have. Yeah. Okay.
It has potential for sure. And it has its moments, that's just classic cinema, but far as a whole movie, is trash to me. Yeah.
Fair enough. Do you feel like Martin is a good lead man, or is he better as a co-star? This is what I was thinking about a lot while putting notes together for this.
I feel like that's a damn good question. And it's a hard one to answer, because I feel like it all depends on who's with him. Like, example, a lot of people, I'm sure y'all spoke on the Bad Boys episode, like, Martin Lawrence was the headliner, not Will Smith.
That's right. That's right.
But as soon as that movie starts, you can tell who's taking that film over. Like but then you have a movie like this
Yeah.
where Luke Wilson can't do shit with Martin Lawrence. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the close second in this movie to me is Dave Chappelle.
Facts.
And he don't have a good history with movies either. So it's like, you know, it's hit or miss, man. It really is hit or miss. It depends on who his co-stars are, for sure. You know.
Yeah, it's such a challenge because I don't know if Martin has the general interest to just be a full lead. I almost seem like maybe somewhere in his mind, maybe he's just a team guy.
Yeah.
Like you look at a Def Jam comedy, you look at a Martin on show ensemble, you look at Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins, you know, Black Knight, you everything he's been involved in, it almost seems like maybe he's more of a team player type dude where he wants to share the shine. More than, because we know he's a star. I think he knows he's a star, but he seemed like he's probably more comfortable in, I'm a star, but I'd rather play PG. Let me throw some assists. And I think this movie, this is arguably the closest to him. I feel like full lead.
Yeah.
Like I don't even feel like this is Martin's Beverly Hills Cop.
I would agree to
that. Did he carry it as much as Eddie?
No.
Okay.
No.
They had a little bit better other pieces that help. Eddie, he turned.
Well,
I definitely could tell he turned a bad movie into something good.
Well, yeah, and this is also a remake.
Yes.
You know, so it's easier to, you know, to get from point A to point B because you already know what point A and point B are. So
true.
You know, so yeah, it's definitely that. But you know, that famous Beverly Hills Cop, man, is like there was nothing. We just pressing, you know, this is point A to point B. Here's the scene, and just whatever you can do with it, you know, let's see what you can come up with. And you know, shout out to Eddie because she
just released the 4th one recently on Netflix. So
I haven't watched it yet. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Hey, get back at me when you check it out. When you got some time, you in a good space to watch it out. Hit me back, and I'd like to see what you think about it.
Yeah, it's funny. I was watching, just getting ready for this. I was watching because you know Martin's on tour right now, and he was on the Jimmy Kimmel show, and they were talking about, you know, doing action movies as you get older. And he said, Jimmy Kimmel said, I talked to Eddie Murphy, and when he was filming the latest Beverly Hills Cop, he said the director told him to run faster. And he said Eddie Murphy looked at him and said, no, like straight up, like, no, I'm done. Nope. I'm not doing that. So he asked Martin, like, how you feel about that? And he was like, man, I ran when they asked me to run, man, you know. But he said that's Eddie Murphy, man.
That's Eddie, though. That's the 80s, though. I'm the 90s, but when we look at 80s, we're looking at Eddie. You feel me?
Yeah.
Respect.
For sure.
Yeah, like you said, like you alluded to earlier, but this was inspired by the 1965 film The Big Job.
Yeah.
So I didn't have the full premise of it, but I imagine it's something similar to this. I definitely don't think I'm pretty sure it probably wasn't black lead, but
no,
1965. No. But I think this was a good spin on it.
Yeah, it's a British comedy. Long story short, these people, I think it's like 4 or 5 of them. They rob a bank. They leave. They all get arrested, but they leave this suitcase in a tree stump. And then when they spend 15 years in prison.
15,
which makes sense. Yeah,
whoa, that's years. Probably more of a realistic.
Yeah. Yes.
That's probably what he issues.
Yeah.
All right.
And then they come back, and the police station is built around this new town and tree stump, and so pretty much kind of the same thing.
Yeah, and that makes sense for 1965. It's not as elaborate. And then 15 years, they just eat that up. Like, you know, that's probably actually might work better as this for the 2 years. Like, because it's like, come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is listen, when it comes to things that bother me, I got a whole list, man.
Okay, I can't wait.
Few that I'm just like, man.
Dog. Shout out to sis, bro. The things that bother so you got served was hilarious, bro. We cried laughing.
Yeah.
But I want to ask, bro, do you remember your first experience at all? Or the significance of this film?
So I don't. So Rich would kill me if I don't tell this story. So I don't know if this is the first time we watched this movie. It might have been the second or third time, but me and Rich went on vacation to Orlando, Florida, Walt Disney World. So we was in. So I had to be in 6th grade. He had to be in 8th grade. And we were in the hotel room, and I can't remember what was going on, but his mom was hot, bro. Like she was going off, and Blue Streak was on in the background, and it was just at the part where Dave Chappelle, when he's like, he's a bad boy, you know, and Dave Chappelle told me, I ripped my lips off and kissed my ass with them shits. I took your tongue out and licked my balls with him, bro. In the middle of his mom going off, that's all we hear. Like we getting weak, like, bro, that shit is classic.
Did y'all hold it?
Couldn't hold it, bro. Couldn't hold it. His
How
mom was like, "What? What's so funny? What's going? Turn that crap off!" Like it was crazy.
I'm sorry, boy. It's too late.
Hey,
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm sorry.
He
like,
got me, dog.
Hey, he was clowning, boy. He was clowning. Hey. But yeah, that's a story that I carry with this movie. Every time I see that scene, I flash back to when I was in 6th grade.
That's dope.
And Auntie was going mayhem. Yeah. And that nigga was in there clowning, boy.
Yeah, it's one of those moments. Like I know some of us that grew up with, you know, black, more specifically, most of us that grew up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Those moments where like it's very rare, but like when you're getting a whooping or you're about to get a whooping, and when the mom or the dad, more times it's the mom, when she breaks, like she breaks out of the disciplinary role because something made her laugh. It was rare, but I remember when my mom did that. Then you try not to laugh with her, but she's like fully out of it and she can't come back. Bro, those moments are
that's when the moments you get out my face.
Yeah, get out of my face. They walk off with the belt like, oh, thank you, Lord. Gosh, you about to turn me up, dog.
Ain't nobody but God, man.
Yeah, boy. Goodness gracious, because boy, she about to beat the black off me, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
For me, I don't remember either, but I do know that this was absolutely one of the staples in our household. Like Blue Streak was an easy. I think we had the VHS joint. It's like between the movies that come to mind when I think about just those staples in that time where they were transitioning from VHS to DVD. This is getting close to that. It's like this. I remember the VHS because I think about the cover. And I'm gonna ask you: is the cover is cover's a classic or not? But I remember this cover. I remember the Rush Hour VHS tape. That cover comes back to Fastest Hands on the East meets the Biggest Mouth on the West. I think about there's one more that comes to mind. I just think about those last ones that were both on VHS and DVD. I remember like that. Those ones were like duplicate. I think Nothing to Lose was like the other one too. But like yeah, bro. But this was one. This went platinum in the house back in Kentucky days. And man, Martin just has blessed our household. Like,
oh yeah, this is
so much joy.
This is definitely a 1480 classic, man. It's a 1480 classic.
1480 classic. Okay.
Yep, for sure.
Is the movie poster? Is it a classic?
Oh okay. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I definitely felt the same way. Absolutely classic. I love it. I'm a graphic designer, so I'm big into that type of stuff. So, all right, without further ado, let's get into some of our best scenes, man. Yeah. So I'm gonna throw the ball in your court, man. You the OG, you are the third member here.
I'm gonna say we're gonna start off with the opening scene, of course.
Of course.
I think the first, what would that be? The first 15 minutes is just like,
I would say so.
Yeah, just concurrent, just comedy and obviously, you know, Miles and Eddie are best friends. Not only that, he's taking him under his wing, you know, showing him the ropes. And one of my favorite parts is when they finally get down there and he hits him with the you know, it's unlocked. You know, just like ain't nothing worse than a person that's doing a serious crime but they just can't be serious. Yeah. Like, nigga, we facing 15 years, more than that. And you in here playing? Like, no, we don't have time for this shit.
They would never. They would never.
Like, he just they would never. Like, that scene. I mean, prior to that, even Telly, you know, he know his homie, like, you smoking the menthols, you know, and that's a crazy thing too. Like, it be the little shit that gets you in trouble with the police.
Yep.
like something like that, you wouldn't even pay attention to that. But you done smoked a whole pack of cigarettes and you putting them out in this one spot. That's suspicious.
That's like that got me. I was like, bro, you
fooling.
That's crazy because you think about it,
Yeah.
like it's like, bro, it's like almost seem like, bro, you got to be on something else because for you to miss that, like you got a pile of them joints. You are chain smoking crazy.
Going wild with the cigarettes, going wild with the
like you ain't flick them all over the place. You dropping them perfectly in the pile, dude.
Yeah.
That I got that opening scene too. Of course, you know, like you were speaking to, and you know, Deke ends up killing was it Charlie? Eddie. Okay.
Yeah, Eddie. Yep.
He kills Eddie. And then Miles, you know, Martin, he finds a way to, you know, hide the diamond. I said, bro, this got to be the strongest tape in life, dude.
Yes.
Like this tape has ever, bro. 2 years of holding. What kind of tape is that? But the thing I wanted to speak to with it is watching this opening scene, this movie could have been a different genre.
Oh, yeah.
It literally, to me, after this, it flips genres. Like to me, this was going to be like a drama / thriller. It could have been if they wanted it to. Obviously going for the funnies because this star power of Martin. But to me, I and that's my issue. Not an issue, but the thing, I'm always looking at things from the lenses of a serious dramatic thing. That's how I write things. That's how I view things. That's why Bel Air, when they came out with that, to me, I was not shocked. I was like, oh, I can absolutely see that. Like, I see all sitcoms in a more of a serious manner. So that scene, I was like, man, this whole thing, like him on the run, trying to get away from him. Like, you know, there's no honor amongst thieves concept. Like, I was like, bro, this could have been a totally different movie if they wanted it to be. To be honest. So yeah, that I have that as well as my opening scene. What you got next?
Of course, him getting out of the joint, like, you know, spending 2 years in prison is a miracle. I don't know how.
My goodness.
Again, no priors. Like I don't know how he pulled that off. But him just getting out, you know, they giving you your shit back. And nigga said one shoestring. Like what? Come on, man. What you do with my shoestring, man? Like straight up. And then what he say to the old boy? Where the butt naked hoes at? Like,
bruh.
Just fooling, bro. Like, and I couldn't imagine it being no other way. You know, I just spent 2 years in prison. I'm ready.
Oh yeah,
I'm ready. So, let's get to it. Let's see what's out here.
We rock solid out here. Like for real. What time is it, baby? Let me holler at you. Because look, I'm gonna tie it into this a little bit. That ain't part of my scene. I have the same one as you, but let's just tie it into that since you covered that part of it. Just pulling up on, you know, he thinking that like, oh, she didn't gain weight in 2 years, and he's like, you know, you just plickety plow, you know, which may be on one of our quotes, but the fact is, he still was down to get to it though.
Yes,
now 2 years in prison, dog. Okay, you might look a little different, but look,
cushion for the push.
Well, we gonna get it done. You feel me? That was so funny to me. I said, I feel you though, dog. 2 years though. Hey, look,
it's going down.
Yes, sir.
And then you see who he was really waiting on, and you like, oh my goodness,
bro.
I think me, Rich, maybe Ray had that convo of Tamala Jones, man. Like her, I feel like her career is supposed to be different, man.
You know what it probably was. It probably was just I'm not at them parties. I'm not at them parties. I'm not willing to compromise like some of these others.
Man, and this is what
you know. That's what it is. That's what it is because she's talented. Because I always, you know what I looked at, and y'all please don't get at me. I'm not trying to pair black women against black women.
No,
but to me, I always looked at her like she was going to be where Taraji went. That similar archetype of black woman that we kind of see. I thought Tamala was going to be kind of in that zone because she had that.
She has those chops. We've seen it enough to know that she could have easily played Yvette and Baby Boy. I can see her
absolutely, bro. Like that. That's I can go on a whole nother. I can go on a whole nother rant when it comes to her, but like she is definitely one of those 90s women, you know, the Wood. Come on, dog. Man. She was just one of them ones. Booty call.
Man.
Even though she was acting like she didn't know what time it was, but you know.
Right. Stop
Yeah, yeah. All right. I'm
Stop it.
trying to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Uh, what's I don't usually do this. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, well, I guess since we're already in that scene, just
Yeah.
that whole thing, the plickety plow, and then she comes out. He
Yeah.
said, "I'm a banker, no bank robber." He
Bank rob.
obviously,
Hey, that boy said I had a stuttering problem,
nigga,
but
that is
I done got it fixed. Like, come on, man.
oh dog.
Genius.
Yeah,
Genius.
it was good. It was really good,
Genius.
and I'll speak a little bit more on the other. There's another feeling I have about the scene, but I'll speak to that later.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, what's your next thing? We pretty much aligning right now.
Listen, the next scene would definitely have to be uh him. Of course, you have to have the scene of him realizing that this is a police station.
Yeah, of course.
But I'm kind of skipping past that and just going to him, you know, doing what he does best, the criminal minded. Like now I have to figure out my way in, you know. As he sees it's Chinese food or pizza or whatever, now it's time to get to work. Because there's no time to waste. We talking about $17 million.
Yes.
And you think about it, 2 years done passed and it's hotter. It's probably for real worth more than that now.
Definitely 20 plus.
20 plus. So I'm on it. But yeah, just him in the piece quick, you know, doing what he does best, man.
Yeah.
Putting on that makeup, turning into someone else, so much so that no one even recognizes this man.
Yeah.
You know, and especially when he brings that pizza up there and he says he's gonna leave it. And it's something. Shout out to I don't know the guy's name, but that cop, man, he played that shit to the T because
you talking about the chubby guy?
The chubby guy, man.
Okay.
You can tell he enjoys his job.
Yes. Yes.
He enjoys telling people, get the fuck on.
Yeah.
This all I got. I don't. He probably done hurt himself doing something 5 years ago. Now he done gained weight. He just chilling. He waiting to retire.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the only joy he gets is being an asshole. So when he told him to leave that piece up there, and when of course the action, he talking about that's like leaving candy with me. It's going that sound, bro.
Chop it up.
That sound is hilarious.
It is, time, dude, bro. With the fake teeth and everything.
Oh dog. Man, every time, man.
Like and that officer that you're talking about, I love that line that he says. It's like there's only two people that go up there: people with a badge and people with cuffs.
And you don't have either.
Yeah, it's like, well, I don't have a badge. Like, dude,
you don't got no badge. Yeah,
right. Yeah. You're like, I'll leave that piece and go and step off. Like,
and of course you have your Carlson, who is the epitome of like first day. He just screams, I'm easy target.
He definitely ain't Officer Hoyt.
No, hell no.
He definitely ain't Hoyt.
No, hell no. You can get him every time, every time. So yeah, that's definitely on there for you, man.
Yeah. I back as a kid, I liked that scene a lot more. Like, well, at least the whole costume thing. Watching it now, and I think it's just the age thing and the time of things.
Well,
I'll speak to that a little bit more later on.
Because that's definitely on mine. Yep.
My next scene, and you let me know if you got something sooner than that. But mine is I'm gonna start addressing him as Malone. So since he's the film, then Miles, I'm just gonna address him as Malone. So Malone watching cops as study tape. Yo, so he already met with Unc. You know what I mean? The Italian. Is that the same dude from Do the Right Thing?
No.
Okay, bro. I'm sad. Yeah, I apologize, please. I'm not trying to be racist.
Nah, that ain't him.
Nah. Oh, okay. My bad, y'all. My bad. Like, please. But nah. So him just going to Unc got the skills. You know what I'm saying? He snatching the car from the Carlson smoothly under the pizza box and getting that situated. He said, "Hey, look, I need this," and so he goes to a hotel rather because he ain't got nowhere to stay. It looks like.
Yeah. And
Malone, he's watching the cops and he's like, going through the whole thing, like, there's so many quotes there. I'll speak to those quotes maybe when we get to the quote section of this, but I just love how he was into it. He knew what he got to do, and it's and there's a later scene I'll speak to his anticipation for what he thought it was going to be. He thought it was going to be an in and out job, which
out.
to me kind of covers certain plot holes.
Yeah.
That's what it covers certain things because he thought
Oh,
in
yeah,
and out.
sure.
Well, I got to go through all of these steps just so I can get this diamond in the mouth. That's it.
Yeah.
So the fact that it wasn't that, you know, when we get to that point, we're like, yeah. So for me, definitely watching Cops, all that.
I have that scene, and my favorite part of that scene is the very end of it when he lays back and you see that smile on his face, like this shit is about to be cake. Like
Yeah.
just that relaxation. Like he and his white beater and his drawers, like he just like about to be cake. It's what I do. Like just that.
This. Yeah.
I do this. Like it's
Yeah.
on.
And you see it through the whole thing. Like Malone, like the way he, man, listen.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to add, I'm glad you brought that up. When he was talking to Unc, you know what I mean, the Italian his, you know, uncle, whatever. Unc we got the insider of, hey, like, yo, Deke, you know what I mean? I told you not to mess with him. So now we get just a little bit of insider information to say, yo, Deke, you should have known I told you that from the gate. But you know what I wish we would have knew a little bit more about Deacon as far as what was his skill set, because they all had something to offer. That's the reason y'all, you know, Charlie or whatever, he's a driver. He could drive. He said, man, you could be on, you know, you could be on the street driving, you know. So, and then we find out him and Eddie, they both got the tech, you know, kind of the tech skills or whatever. But it makes you wonder, what does Deacon do? Like, what was his?
I think we know what he does. Deke's job was to make the camera snowy, to make it snowy for 5. Remember when you said it's snowing? You know, it was for him to just long enough so they can sneak in and for him to put it back in. So obviously they didn't have a tech guy and they needed to have him.
Fair.
They needed a tech guy, which is just, that shit is just insane to me, considering the fact that Uncle Louie was able to do all that other tech shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, that's another thing.
I know you're gonna get to that. Okay.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, so yeah, no, so that's the
even that. I also think they did a great job of letting you know he wasn't part of their clique just by by just that those couple words that was exchanged. You know, when he said, you know, you the boss. You know, it's like that. Or believe that, or whatever his
it's like that. Yeah, that phrase
like
just falls through the whole movie.
Yeah. Like you the boss. Like, you know,
that was needed too, because we needed to understand. We needed to understand the term.
Yeah,
because we didn't get a lot of that. It's just immediate. Like, hey, yo, 4 million or high 17 million between 4. Come on, you know, we needed to understand what's the twist about so quickly. You know, it works for the 90s when you go into a blockbuster movie. You going into the theater and watching, like, oh, you know, but in order for this to make sense as a movie, even though it's a comedy and a dramedy rather, we needed that little bit of note. So that was good writing. That was solid.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What's the next thing you got?
The next scene I have would definitely have to be him. Okay, so if I'm skipping too far ahead, you jump in. But my next scene would be him catching the criminal, pretty much.
Oh, with the rims?
No, just him coming into.
Oh, okay, I'm in there too. We alive, bro. That's crazy. We so far. Every scene we got the same one so far.
So because that scene does everything you needed to do. Lets you know how weak Carlson is. Lets you know he just they had to promote some damn body. That's what I feel like when it comes to Carlson. Because again, that's not the first time that same criminal has flipped him and ran off on him. Because they said he got you again. Like,
he ran off on the plug.
Come on, man. And then you keep falling for. And then what kind of lawyer is I'm gonna say Nicole R.A. Parker?
Yeah, well, that's fine. Yeah.
Because
I mean, come on though.
You helping the criminals.
I mean, look at the minds though. Come on.
Like, yeah, you're right.
She don't get any of this. Let's be
and, you know,
at that time. Let's be very clear. Like, that's soul food shot right there.
Yeah, you're right. I would.
Did she rub the cheek though? Come on, don't rub my cheek. What are we doing?
Know what it is.
I'm HRing on you because you playing right now. Because if this is the other way around and I rub your cheek,
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here. Come on.
I'm out of here.
She got him though.
Yeah, she got him. So yeah, and then just the, you know, he runs to the bathroom. Of course, Malone catches him, which is perfect.
Yeah.
But what ends it, just what tops that scene off for me is just the extra oomph that Malone does, pretending like he was really using the bathroom, you might not want to go in that stall,
Oh yeah,
just that little
selling it,
extra selling it,
yeah.
selling it. And it's believable because I ain't never seen him before. Maybe he didn't know this was the women's restroom.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
I got that scene too, man. It's for
Yeah.
me, it's just the initial, like, you got to understand how make or break this situation was. He walks into the cop station, got the fresh gray suit on, got the loafer joints on. He's walking
Mhm.
mad. This is a criminal, dude. This
Yes.
is a full-blown criminal. Y'all know me. The only difference between me now and 2 years ago is I had a beard versus I got a goatee. But I'm
Listen,
walking in so confident.
the dog knew who he was, but go ahead.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, he walking around, he's swiping the card, and
Yeah.
you got to understand if this card doesn't work,
Mm-hmm.
the complications and
Yeah.
implications.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah.
was so confident. Like I just love
Yeah.
watching him walk in, and that's
Mm-hmm.
the thing about. And I heard some on another podcast about head of state, how maybe somebody else like a Martin should have played that role versus
Yeah.
Chris because he's supposed to be kind of a street.
Yeah.
There's a thing about what Martin has is this charm and this believability about.
Yep.
I've always been cool like this.
Yep. I
But yeah,
belong here.
I belong here, but yet I'm
Mm-hmm.
relatable and I
Yep.
can relate with anybody. So he
Yep.
walked in so confident. It's like, bro, if that card doesn't, like, it's just the way he did it. Then he gets in the elevator. He's trying to, like, he's literally learning in real time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Learning in real
Yeah.
time how to disguise himself as a cop. He's trying to get the shoulders right. He's looking at him and not looking at him, looking at him, not look. Like, I gotta figure this thing out because I can.
Yep.
This is like, I don't know, and this is super crazy. I don't know if anybody's ever played Grand Theft Auto listening, but in Grand Theft Auto, if you go into the police station, nigga, you're going to 6 stars immediately.
Yep. Immediately. Yep.
Bro,
immediately.
This nigga went to 6 stars.
Yep.
Like that's why I'm like, bro, you're at such a high risk going in here for a diamond.
Yep.
Most of us niggas would have been like, bro, it's a dud. It's over.
It's dud.
That's it.
It's a dud.
Because when they find out who I am, they're gonna throw me under the jail.
Not only that, a nigga would rather try to hit an officer cop, like a female cop, like try to persuade her to look around.
There you go. That part.
Before they go in there.
Now we ain't never going in there, dude. Sheesh. Like I just got out of there. They got actual bars and I just got out of bars, dog.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, that whole thing, like you said, man, it just. And then he there was a line that he said in there. He thought that it was going to be an hour. Like that was his understanding. He did all of the pre-work, get my ID right, get the bags right, get the paperwork right. And that's a lot of pre-production just to try to get in for an hour. Get into, because literally what you're saying, when he knocked the criminal out in the women's bathroom.
Yeah.
In his mind, I'm going to get in this vent, I'm going to grab this diamond, I'm going to walk right back. I'm out. And that is amazing to me that he thought it was going to be that smooth, and then how far, because everything about the movie makes so much sense when you think about he thought it was only going to be an hour to get this diamond back.
Yep.
So everything makes sense. So yeah, man, I'm with you on that scene.
Yes, sir.
What's the next scene you got, brother?
So the next scene I have is basically him finding out that he's on duty with Carlson.
Okay.
That he won't be, he think he's just gonna be at the office chilling. I need to be in here. I need to find out what's going. Like, nah, Carlson. Like your uncle hooked your rep up so good that we gotta put you in these streets. And not to mention your rep so good that we gonna send you with this rookie, and you gonna be teaching him today.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So that scene mixed with the first bus.
Okay. Yep, I'm with you there again.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, well, I don't have that. I have the scene after the bust, but I wanted to put that there, but I'm glad you did because I'll speak to that. But go ahead.
Yeah, definitely that first bust. I think that's honestly, I think that's the best written. I don't know what I'm looking for, but
like police work.
Yes, like I think that was good police work. And it was easy enough that it was intelligent enough for Malone to figure it out, because of his expertise, and small enough that Carlson or big enough that Carlson couldn't figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like it was perfect. That was written perfect.
Yeah, it was. You're right.
The movie. That's probably the only one that
you don't think the later one with the FBI before the semi
that shit was horrible.
The semi with the B on it.
That shit was horrible, bro.
Okay, we'll revisit that. Okay, well we get I gotta see where you go, but you're right. That it's excellent. You know, I saw the case on my first day. Like that, it was. You're so right. The execution of like me and you're both parents, right?
Yes.
So there's a thing that I do with my daughter. My son is too young at this point, but like there's a thing that I do. Like I'll make her say the thing out loud. Instead of me saying it, I'll lead her to it and let her say it out loud so it makes sense. Yeah. Now you realize I'm like, is that fair? So do tell me what you just did, and then I'll let her speak, and then it comes back like so. What he did with Carlson by rolling the rim over and say, "Hey, check this out," and Carlson lifts like, "Oh, it's heavy."
That's heavy.
So then now think about this. We're not cartoon characters, bro. This is real life. Could they really go through here by themselves or even with a crew and move how many rims?
Yeah.
How long would that?
Yeah.
Like that was so you're absolutely right. It was perfectly written.
It was perfect. It was perfect.
And it speaks to Malone at one point being Miles. I'm so past those schemes.
Yeah,
like, we've done those schemes. Them schemes is nothing.
That's like minuscule,
bro. Yeah, like we were on such a tech thing. We was in a bank. We literally drilled a hole. We literally put a camera through the hole. You know what I mean? Like, bro, rim gigs, man. Nigga, we been did that.
Like he said that. I'm sorry to tell you, but that ain't even worth two. That's barely worth $2,000 on the streets. You feel me?
Yeah.
Ain't you talking about 4 or 5 people? Come on, bro. That ain't worth nobody's time.
Yeah, because then you got to bust it down.
I'm not busting no $2,000 between 5 people. You can forget it.
I mean, look at Deke. Deke killed. he was gonna get 4 million on his own.
Yeah,
he killed because he just didn't want to split that.
I don't want to split it.
So do you think so? When he was talking to the dude, the guy the owner of the rim shop.
Yeah,
was the guy trying to finesse, like trying to do okay, all right.
Yeah. And I mean that, and again, that too was great writing. And I think they maybe should have come back to that somehow. But it was great writing in the sense of like letting the small fish go to catch the big fish, teaching him that. I think that's just novice police work. I think any detective knows that, we'll let you slide on this because you definitely tried to pull one. But now he owes us a favor.
And so that was fire because because Carlson he came from like doing just traffic stops.
Yes.
Similar
parade duty.
Yeah, parade duty. And he had to take the test 4 times or however many times.
5 times.
Yeah. 5 times. So it's like and we know people like this. Like there's people that are book smart but not street smart.
Yes.
And so there's that person where you're educated but you're not smart.
Yep.
And Carlson was that. He was educated but not smart. And so in some senses, so it's like you don't understand. Let that joint go. And we need a connection to the streets. Yeah. Now it's dope because Malone being a former criminal, it works on the criminal side of things too.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like, hey, I'm gonna let you know what's up. I'm gonna let you know, hey, yo, your stuff is out here. It's like when rappers get their chain snatched. I'm gonna let you know what's up. Hey, yo, such and such got it. Go get it. I can make the transaction. That literally happened to us in college. Like, man, we got into this big old scuffle, and one of the niggas stole my homie's phone. But his girl knew somebody else that knew somebody else, and they ended up getting that joint back. But then, like, you kind of owe him a favor later.
Yep.
So same type of thing, bro. Like crazy. So yeah, that was perfect. Like when you talk about best scenes, that definitely is up there.
Yep, I agree. I'm with you. Definitely great writing.
I got my next scene is the fire hydrant robbery scene.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
So this is one of the first scenes I think of when I think about the movie Blue Streak. The complexity of this scene to me it's so underrated, bro.
Yeah.
And Dave Chappelle. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
like, I just wish he would have did this more. I'm glad he chose to go the other way. But man, sometimes I wish like between this movie and Undercover Brother.
Yeah,
I'm like, awesome. Bro, yes. I'm like, dude, you got something.
Yeah.
Oh, and even Nutty Professor.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
they in those spots, like let me come through and be the lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Like that's all he got to do.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you ain't got to never be a lead.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And
Because even
and not to cut you off, but you are 110% correct in the sense that sometimes that's all you need.
that's all you need.
Because I will say, I'm not a big fan of Kevin Hart, but Kevin Hart in the 40-Year-Old Virgin
There
is
you go.
equivalent to
There you go.
Dave Chappelle in Blue Streak,
Mm-hmm.
or the other one you just mentioned. Like just the quick,
Yep.
one or two scenes is all you need to know. Like this nigga is somebody. He about to blow up. I don't know who this nigga is,
Yeah.
but I want to see more of him.
Yeah.
Like for sure. For
No,
sure.
no, you dead on like that.
Yeah.
And because Dave Chappelle, um, of course we know Half Baked, and then he had a TV show that he had, but it ended up getting canceled. I think he
Yeah.
had one season. It was like a spinoff of another show.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and sometimes acting turns people off because it's a lot of work. Like a lot of rappers that want to act when they get into it and they get a role, they don't really want to do it again because it takes so long for the release. It takes days and days to shoot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's versus making a record. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Because I always wonder why Chris Brown don't act more.
Yeah.
Because I like Chris has always been solid in my opinion. Like that man was on that nigga was on the OC, which was like a kind of like a modern, like one of those kind of from the tree of a 90210. You know, Degrassi and all of those teenage dramas. And he did a great job for his like few episodes that he was on. And then, of course, Stump the Yard and all the other things. But I think that process is a challenging process for musicians. Some of them it's like it drags on a little bit.
And again, that speaks to what I was speaking on with Martin, with a thin line between love and hate. Sometimes we're around people that make shit look so easy. Shout out to you, shout out to Rich, shout out to Ray P, like shout out to Spike, like
shout out to you.
Y'all niggas make this podcast and shit look easy to where people assume that it's okay. I'm turning on this camera and I'm just talking. Like,
nah,
it's real shit to go behind this.
That's a fact. It's intentionality.
I've been in this book, and it's about 10,000 hours. Like you need 10,000 hours to master,
be considered an expert.
Craft. Yes, any craft. I don't give a fuck what it is. So yeah, I think that's exactly what Martin kind of just, and again, he's never directed an episode of TV, nothing ever again. Like I think that was it for him. He's like, oh nah, this ain't.
And a lot of actors turn directors to try to take their toe, and a lot of them don't always continue it. And it's hard to most times. Like people don't know, but I'm a big fan of 90210, the OG Beverly Hills from the 90s. Jason Priestley, which is the lead. He started directing, but when he would direct, he would make sure he was in less scenes.
Yeah.
Because you're not having to do so much double duty. You know what I mean? Because it's like, damn, I got to direct and turn around and act and remember lines and then tap into the emotion to sell it. So like I wonder if Martin will spin the block on that. Now he's older.
But I'll say this too. Speaking of what you just said, not too many people or actors or whatever are one-time directors. Like Martin is the only. Murphy has numerous directing. He's directed a couple films.
Was he directing some of them later films he was in?
Yeah, Richard Pryor has directed like usually you at least do 2 or 3. Like, but Martin was done. He was like, oh hell no. I don't know what happened on that set, but he wasn't with it. He ain't like that shit.
Yeah, and it seemed like I think he had a little bit of health issues at that time. I think. So maybe that would probably like just left a sour taste in his mouth. But I hope he comes back to it. I think that, and maybe he won't, because it seemed like Bad Boys 4 has breathed a new life into Martin. He lost weight.
Yeah.
And then I feel like what he did on Bad Boys 4 was excellent in regards to. He really came back strong. It's still not the Marcus Burnett that I love. If y'all know already, if y'all heard the Bad Boys review, y'all know the one I'm with, the one that's with the shits. That's the Marcus Burnett that I love, not the Bad Boys 2 and on. But if I got to settle for it, I would say this one absolutely on the 4 was better than the 3. As far as like, I'm not this whiny whatever. Like I'm ready to get to it. Let's go. I can't die. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah. But yeah, so that fire hydrant scene, that whole thing is so complex. It's a very complex. Again, this is a comedy or dramedy rather, but it's so complex. There's a moment that, Charlie and Malone or Miles, they see each other. He's like, man, Charlie, man, hey, look. And they say, hey, go to the back, go. And so he's telling them, go to the back. There's the store owner has got the shoddy. He's blasting. Yeah, and I'm blowing. I ain't playing because I'm used to you niggas coming in here trying to steal. And hold me up.
Yeah. Yep.
So he gets him there, and he ends up getting behind a dumpster, and they're shooting back and forth for a second. And the fact that, like, in today, I mean, again, this is a movie, so it's movie magic, but like in real life, bro, they'll snipe your head off. Like,
they would have been sniped this shit off.
Because he's shooting at the police. There is no. So the fact that Malone, like, even Malone could have got shot. Like, the fact, because it's like he could have still been like, shut up. You know. So he's like, oh, he walks out there, he negotiates with him, and like, I love how there's this idea of Malone. There's this until you get to the end of the movie, there's this idea, because you know how the captain looks at Malone. It's Malone. Like the way he looks at him, I love it, because it's like, yo, and again, there, he talks him down. It's like, hey, look, man, hey, man, best I could do. 1 night in jail. You know what I mean? You blowing it for me, man.
And that's the sometimes when you're doing some shit like what Malone is doing, or should we say Miles pretending to be Malone, all you need is that one person to believe in you.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he was getting calls, or he made a few phone calls and was just like, damn, that don't add up. But man, he out here kicking ass, man. He need a promotion. Fuck that. Whatever was going on. And just like you in that scene, I love it. But one of my favorite parts of that scene is when Telly is telling trying to rob the joint, and they shooting back and forth, and Malone is seriously just sitting there eating chips, laid out, just chilling, eating chips. I'm just gonna let this shit be, not realizing, like, wait a minute, I'm a cop. I'm supposed to be I'm supposed to be fixing this shit.
Because his partner coming in, like, oh
man, Malone.
Yes.
Like, fuck.
Yes. That complexity needs to be highlighted, because it's a lot of, you got to think really fast, and a lot of times you don't get the opportunity to think that fast before the situation goes left and you can't repair it. So the fact is like, go, and then walking, say, hey man, look, I'm gonna have to take your gun, and he's like, oh, don't just hand it to me, because now it's like they're gonna know I'm a criminal if you hand me the gun after you just shot. So I got to do the. So again, I'm only supposed to be in the police station for an hour to get the diamond. Now I've already solved a rim case, and now we were supposed to be here for a hydrant being what's name, and then now one of my guys that I know, I told him not to. So now I got to make sure he's preserved, he's alive, because not only is he my guy, but I seen what happened to my other homeboy when he fell off the roof, when he got shot off the roof. So it's like, all right, let me, So he goes, of course he kicks him, and he, does the move, and then they go into the police, and he's like, hey, he said, hey, I got this. Believe that. That is not even what he said. That's what's so funny to me.
Hey, that's one of my favorite scenes, bro. When Carlson is describing what Malone does, that's the best black impression from a white person ever, bro. Like, he said, believe that. Like,
believe that. I got this.
Like, oh man, that shit has me crying every time, bro.
Because he was so impressed. So impressed.
Oh man.
That's why I loved it. I said, man, you know what? He loves this because he like, I got it. Let the little fish go for. He's impressed that, and then seeing that, like, yo, Malone did 2 like superhero things in my book, and I'm trying to understand the streets, because I was good at the paperwork stuff, but now I got to get this, So the fact that you seen him settle this, hit the nigga with a Bruce Lee kick, arrest him and get the gun off, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like he's creating a legacy right now.
He's definitely doing that.
Not to mention before, he was like, hey, move your busted car, we got guns and shit, like all of that. That was I didn't mention that, but like that was just like, we got guns and shit.
That whole scene in there is what I call just a movie cliche.
Yeah.
Carlson getting no he's trying to get to know Malone, but he's really getting to know Miles because the questions he's asking really are relating to Miles.
Right.
You know, you got a woman, no, you know, work got in the way. Just, you know, all those questions he was asking, he was answering, but he was answering as Miles. Like, that's another good writing, but also just kind of like a cliche movie thing that they do.
It is, yeah.
But
and
we in
the 90s, you know, we're about to turn the corner in the 2000s when we get to the iRobots of the world, and we're about to start getting advanced in our thinking and writing and scripts. You know what I'm saying? But like, this is kind of that last little bit of that movie magic that you're talking about.
For sure.
What's your next scene? What you got?
My next scene would definitely have to be, man, I think it's going to be when he's you know, finally, well, I don't want to say the promotion. I'm gonna go to when he's got that the remote control car, and he finally finds the diamond and he walks in that room. So you might have something before that. If you do, go for it.
No, I think you might be right, because the next one I got is when the paperwork situation, the file and the paperwork where he had to pull Carlson to the side.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's one of my favorite scenes is, you know, the P30 or the P40. What is it? The P31. Because
this nigga full of it too, bro.
Listen, when he goes in there, bro, ain't nothing like. Again, it's a lot of shit in this movie that just don't make sense.
Of course.
When he you know, the guy makes the announcement, you know, this is the new lead detective for robbery. You know,
homicide.
give us a little, you know, what you want to do. And he said, you know, I'm gonna be fighting crime. What y'all?
Shit like that.
Shit like that, you know. And they accept that. Like, that's just crazy.
Hey, it's crazy, dude. Hey.
And then he, you know, Diaz asked him about you know, P31, and he said, "What do you think about it?" And he says, I think it's shit," or whatever he said. And Captain goes, "Diaz." And then I love when Martin says
31
Diaz,
flavors.
is it?
Diaz
is it? And I don't know if niggas be here though, but that nigga Diaz says with a Z. That shit get me weak every time.
That's subtle. I didn't even catch that, bro.
He said everything with a Z. Like, nigga, get the fuck
taking
out of
confidence in the Z, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I love that scene, man. And then
the way he adjusts the belt and all of that, like, he was getting so into it, like,
you know. And then he says, "Now what?" You know, or what did he say?
What is it, dude? He was ready to get out. He was ready to get out of there. Like, all right, cool. Again, I'm only supposed to be here for an hour to get the diamond.
That's it. And not only that, I done located the diamond. Yep. So now I'm really ready to get the fuck up out of here.
Facts.
Like, now y'all really just in my way now.
Yeah, this is all a disruption.
Yep. That nigga said, "Diaz, is it?" With a Z.
31 flavors. You want it out? You got it. Like, bro.
Yeah. Baskin Robbins. Yeah,
man. They say, "Oh, we like to work with the who they want to work with, the P30,
the P40,
P40,
P40 it is."
Yeah. And then the face he made, dude, like just the most generic cop face. It's funny, bro. Golly.
Yep. Didn't know shit about none of that. He don't, to this day, we don't know what P31 or the P40 is.
No. It just seemed like it's just departments in the police station, I'd imagine.
Yep. Something. But hey, he got it.
He got it. So him having my next scene is him having to finesse Carlson when his paperwork wasn't processed. So again, only a criminal could think this fast.
Yes.
And not only just any criminal, but a criminal that knows what he's doing. The fact is that he pulls Carlson to the side where, you know, you instead of the elevator, you got the option to take stairs. It's that little hallway stair situation. So he pulls me. He's like, "Hey, yo, this place is a cesspool.
Yes,
like, I'm undercover because
I'm with IA.
I'm with IA. It's dirty work happening up in here. So I'm bringing you in, man. Keep your mouth, zip that shit, like all that, like." And he's like, "Man, I didn't know, man. I thought these were good guys." Like, and Carlson just being so green, you kind of like, oh, like,
super
you know,
gullible.
Super gullible. Like, he definitely ain't, again, he's not Officer Hoyt. Like Officer Hoyt is like, hey man, you point a gun at me one more time.
One more time.
We're gonna have a real problem.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
But Carl said totally different. Like he was like, man, I didn't even know. I thought these were good guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Yep. I love it.
Luke Wilson did an excellent job because
he
did it so good. You believe that's who he really is in real life.
Yes.
You think he was kind of behind a little bit.
Yep.
Like that's how well he did. So in him, when him coming up with that, he's like, hey man, keep that on the down low.
Yeah, that on the down low.
And because I would have never thought when you said, man, they didn't find anything. I don't know what I would have thought in real time.
I would have, me personally, I don't understand why he didn't go CIA. That's where I would have went, because CIA can't nobody really get into their files. You know what I'm saying? Like CIA files is you know, that shit that got to be released every 25 years type deal. So
wow,
I'd be like, nigga, I'm with the CIA, niggas. So
that was slick to me, bro. I was like, on a subtle tip, I was like,
that's smart though. He came with
that was fire, because it's like you can't find that. I'm stalled again because I'm only supposed to be here for an hour. So now that it's extended, I didn't have to do real cases. I'm talking about I'm leading meetings by telling we about to fight crime and you know all of these different things. I'm trying to stall because I need to get the diamond. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point of this joint. So it's crazy. I got to keep stalling, and my lie got to hold up,
man.
Because Uncle already did his job.
Uncle did his job.
Uncle Luke did his job. It's on you now. Like you gotta, hey nigga, look. And so that's what make it crazy, because he got to keep buying time. So that's why that scene to me was just like such a great scene, because it's like, bro, I'm literally about to be found out, and I find another way to extend this lie long enough to get this diamond.
Exactly,
man.
Yeah. I'm with you, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. What's the next thing you got?
The next scene I got after that has to be Telly. You know, it has to be when he's interrogating Telly, pretty much. You know, Telly is it's pretty much, he's ready to give up. You know, he's ready to give Miles up, man. He's sick of bullshitting. He told me I'd be in here for a day. You know, he goes in there, he grabs him up, and ain't nothing worse than a nigga that know you. But it also can be a hindrance, because nigga, if you ain't figured out that I'm playing a cop by now, like, bruh, as soon as he walk in there, I thought you said you was gonna give me my feet. I thought you said, like, yo, chill the fuck out, nigga.
Stupid nigga.
Shut the fuck up.
I was so mad at this. I was like,
and the worst part of it to me was how on the other side of the glass, them niggas was really just in awe of him. Like, that's that old school training.
Yeah, that's old school technique.
You don't get that from, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
this is crazy. What are y'all doing up there?
And then Carlson like revealed that, like, yo, I'm like, damn, bro, you couldn't even hold water. Like, no, I just gave you the info on, like, yo, I'm undercover investigating the, you know, the department, and he's like, he's FBI, clearly. Like,
FBI, man. He's talking about, but he hates FBI. That's what he wants you to believe, you know.
Oh, is this after no, this ain't after that. You're saying, okay.
Yeah, he talking about that's what he wants you to believe. You know, all that stupid, silly ass shit.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that, you know, of course, Nicole Ari Parker comes in, and
oh man,
she just gorgeous.
I remember thinking that back then, like as a teenager, I was like, well, actually, I wasn't even a teenager yet. I just remember looking, I'm like, she is so fine. Like, I just and that hair and her hairdo is terrible. Let's be terrible. That hairdo is not it, even in the 90s, bro. Like, I would say Jada Pinkett's hair on Nutty Professor was better than that. Like, if people talk about that,
man, I don't think none gets worse than that, bro. None gets worse than that.
That is worse than that.
That's one of the worst styles of all time, bro.
I don't know, man. Maybe I was.
That's it. That's horrible.
Everybody talks about that all the time, but
yeah, that shit was horrible. But you know, hey,
teach is old.
But I love the fact he said he told me he had some information on another case, some Miles something. He said, can you tell me anything? Yes. I'm not fooling you, man. But all I can tell you is he owes me $50,000. And if I don't get it soon, I'm gonna start talking. That nigga said, what do you know or something? That nigga said, I can tell you one thing, he's gay. gay. Like, bro, that's so
Bruh.
90s.
That is
That's so
so
90s.
90s. Like, I'm
Yeah.
talking. Like,
Yeah.
dog. Like, so
Hey,
90s and how it,
so
like,
90s.
yeah, you dead on.
Yeah, you ain't getting away with that today.
Yeah, I love that scene though. He was really like, bro, and it's like, bro, why do I got to do all of this to get you to zip it, dude? I'm slamming you.
Especially
I'm grabbing your
because
mouth shut. Like, I told you. He was like, bro, you said I only be here for a day. It only it only been a
only
day.
been a day.
Like,
Well,
and then
where's my $50,000?
yeah, bro, like that's why I was like, he's just goofy because it, like, even when you were helping them in the beginning of the movie, when if they got the diamond and got away with it, you're not going to see the money in that moment. Like,
No.
he was just a dumb nigga that could drive. Like, I hate to say it
Yep.
that way, but that's
Yeah.
Charlie. He's a dumb nigga that can
Yep.
drive.
Yep.
But
It's a fact.
when Nicole Ari Parker grabs him, walks off, that's a phrase. I'll speak to it in quotes. I'll just speak to it in quotes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm on my next scene is just the last scene. So if you got anything before that,
no, I think that's that's pretty much it for me. Yeah, that's pretty much it because a lot of that shit rolls into things that
quotes,
bother me. So
things
yeah.
that bother you in quotes. Okay.
Yeah.
So the last scene, then I think maybe we're in agreement. But the drug bust, Deke, Charlie is in the truck.
Hold on, real quick.
Uh-huh.
One thing we forgot to mention is you talk about that hour too, right? That's a big deal.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal. But we also forgot to mention that Deke, Unc had already told him Deke's gonna find out that you out.
Yeah.
And remember that I don't know if it was Captain. No, it was Carlson that gave him the message. Deke, somebody said named Deke or something said that your insurance was running out, your life insurance.
Your life insurance. Yeah.
Yes. So
Slick.
now my hour is really 20,
Facts.
because he watching me too. So we'll go ahead.
And he did pull up on Unc. I was glad. I was glad he didn't whack Unc though. I was like, man, come on, man.
I think it's because of the way the movie was rated, but that's something we're gonna talk about too.
Fair enough.
You mentioned it.
Fair enough. Yeah. But yeah, so the drug bust, Deke, I got it picking up not from the part where Deke, Charlie are in the truck, or Tully. I don't know. Is it Charlie or Tully? Like, I don't know. Tully. Okay.
Tully, yeah.
But the scene to me is just completely gold.
The best scene in the movie to me.
It runs all the way through. I would say, and this is a hot take, I would say this scene is better than Bad Boys 1's like closing scene. I know maybe some people wouldn't say that, but because I wasn't a fan of how that they did that. Like, they didn't have a big budget, so I know why it wasn't as great with the explosions. And they was in a little warehouse, and then like the driving scene with the Russian dude or whatever, like, and the walk off and shoot him last minute. But to me, this was a little bit better, in my opinion.
I'm with you.
And again, this is 3 years later. This is 99. So, versus 96. So this scene to me, all the way through from that to the chase, to the grabbing the car, to hopping, the like, and then that last moment of him and Deke having that thing, and Deke was smarter than obviously Tully, because he said, man, they think I'm a cop. And he understood, like, okay, obviously they do, because you getting it off right now.
Yeah.
And so that's why I say, oh, he's smarter than, obviously Tully. So I mean, all of that, man, them doing the whole thing, Malone, and and getting past the border and all of that. I'll speak a little bit more, like, and then just I just love how it was balls to the wall at the end of that, bro. Like, I'm not letting you down. I'm not letting it go.
I can't let it go. And I also like, the final, the big reveal, that Carlson is actually a pretty damn good detective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Took him a little bit, it took him to really listen to, of course, Malone, Miles.
Yeah.
Helped him become a better detective.
That's a fact.
But due to that, and I think that's why obviously he let him go, because he obviously made him a better detective. Because the other dude still was lost. He still was lost. He didn't make sense of it until quite the last second. But yeah, I'm with you. He
started thinking like a criminal, like that.
Yeah,
like you said, he said, I started thinking like a criminal.
Yeah.
What would I have done?
What would I have done if $17 million diamond was missing? You feel me? I do whatever the fuck needs to be done. And and I'm with you. I definitely I like the scene, but it does bother me. But yeah, I'm with you on that scene. I like the scene. It's
Okay.
it's definitely I would say a better ending than Bad Boys. I'm with you on that. Because it gives you everything you need. It definitely does. Only thing it doesn't give you for real is the other bad guy. Like, you see him get arrested, but that was just too easy. It was just
Oh, the actual bus who was about that was
That's
okay.
yeah, that's
Okay, then
one of
we'll
those.
speak to that because that's in the I
Yeah,
know that's in your things about me. It
yeah.
was
So,
super mid again.
mhm.
But yeah, just that whole scene and everything, and then I think I didn't get to mention, but like even then, like him, like he said, "Hey, that's my turn, so you can't put your hands on me." Oh yeah,
Hey,
again, but he
mhm.
slammed his head on the steering
Hey,
wheel.
nigga, I am
That's the
not a cop.
thing. I'm not a cop.
I'm not a cop.
That's what y'all don't understand, bro. I'm
Mhm.
only supposed to be here for an hour to get a diamond. Like I'm
Hour.
not a
Yep.
cop, nigga.
And
I'm
I'm
doing
and
what.
not only that, I'm getting frustrated.
Yeah, I'm
All this
not.
shit is
I'm
getting in
hot.
my way.
Yeah, because it's like, man, I want to do the evidence. I'm trying to check the
Yep.
cocaine. I'm trying to make sure, like,
Mhm.
nah, bro, you get your butt out
Yep.
there. And
Yep.
of course, like even him getting back at that FBI agent, like I loved
Yeah.
how you mean you
Yeah.
dickless, like
Yeah.
all that,
Yeah.
like just
Yeah.
getting at
Yeah.
him, like
Yep.
But
That's
yeah,
enough.
so yeah, that's a lot,
Yep. Yep.
Ah
Yep.
man, that scene just pays off so well.
Mhm.
But yeah, so that is our favorite scene. So
Yeah.
let's jump into best quotes. What you got, brother?
Best quotes. I'm definitely gonna start off with Diaz is it with the Z. That's on there. What else I got? You see these ridges? You want these ridges permanently in the back of your ass,
Yeah.
nigga. Like, and then when he said, ooh, he naked. Ooh, he stink too. When
Oh yeah, he's stinking too.
excuse me. And then the other one I had was oh damn, what was it? The ridges.
The cold cuts.
Oh, the cold cuts. He said they seeping. They seeping through you. They
Take
seeping
some
through
see
the
it through your
pores.
pores.
Seeping through the pores, man. Hey, Martin was fooling
That
that
nigga
whole
had me
time.
scared to eat cold cuts. I ain't gonna even lie. When I worked the
Listen,
subway, I definitely was eating cold cuts
yeah,
just because.
like they can seep through your pores.
Yeah, I was like, nigga,
My
what?
goodness.
Oh,
Yeah,
that thing.
yeah, yeah. And then what was the other joint? He said I was ugly too, or something.
Said I was
Dave
ugly and
Chappelle.
couldn't read
Telly was
good.
in there, yeah. Telly was in there fooling, man. Telly was in there fooling. And
For sure.
my last one is back up, nigga. I see you. Yeah, I see you, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Back up, nigga.
Yeah. And then of course all of the Chappelle, the boys bad, do the guts to ass move,
Mm-hmm. Oh my
that's
God,
when the
that
guts fall right there.
man.
I
Listen,
rip your lips off, kiss my ass with
with
them
them.
shit,
Nah, man,
rip your
dude.
tongue out, lick my balls with them, and then that nigga threw him in the. Hey man,
Listen,
nigga was fooling.
yeah, he
So
was.
that's it. Them my quotes, man. I know you
Uh,
got plenty more.
yeah, my quotes. What a butt naked hoes at?
What
Uh,
about me? Straight up.
that's like leaving candy around me. I'm gonna chop it up.
Hey, that
Uh,
sound, man.
bruh, I don't know how they did that. Like, they must have had a personal like mic on them.
Yeah,
Like,
something.
get your butt naked ass on the ground. I'm an officer of the law. Spread them. I'm an officer of the law.
Oh,
How many times did it take you to get? How many times did it take you to get your driver's license, man?
man.
Wake me
Hey,
when we get there,
wake me when we get there.
man, bruh. Bring your weeble wobble ass over here. Tell somebody bring your weeble wobble ass over
Hey,
here.
that's
It's
insane, bro.
crazy.
That's
Uh,
crazy.
let the little fish go so we can catch the big fish later.
Yep. Yeah.
This is not like a marriage. It's like a one night stand. Wham, bam.
Bam, bam,
Thank you,
bam.
officer.
Officer.
We're going to fight crime and zip the rest of that shit up. This gonna hurt a little bit. I say what? Oh, I plan to fight crime. Pie, 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 pie.
Hey,
Shit like that.
shit like that. Yeah.
Same thing you got. Then he said I was ugly and couldn't read good. I still use that to this day.
Got to.
No, I'm over your head because your head is up his ass.
Hey.
You don't want to go to jail in Mexico? Don't
Don't
nobody want to go to
nobody want
jail
to
in
go to jail in
Mexico. They be
Mexico.
stuck in all kind of tacos and burritos all up your ass, man.
Hey.
And
I've
last,
said that 1,000 times. Don't nobody want to go to jail in
no,
Mexico.
we say that all the me and my sister say that all the time. No, nobody want to go to jail in Mexico.
Nobody want to go to jail in Mexico.
Nobody. And then lastly, this is a life mantra for me. You can't do it. You can't do it. Watch me.
Yeah.
Malone. Like, I live by this quote. This is in a movie that's supposed to be funny. That is one of those things I always in my entire life, I look at people when they be like, oh, you won't be able to do this. You won't be able to do that. Oh, you can't. Nah, bro, it ain't possible. Oh, you can't do it.
Can't do it. Yeah.
Watch me. That is what I live by. That has driven me since college and on. Like, I live by this quote. That's probably my favorite of them all. So yeah.
I love that quote simply because I think, especially, being a parent, I've learned that a lot of things that we put against our children or say our children can't do is because we couldn't, or we, and are same with people, period. People tell you can't do something because they can't. And like you said, watch me. I'm getting to it,
bro.
I'm getting to it, man.
Yeah. I'm not like the rest of y'all, bro.
Yeah. Facts.
All right. Scene stealer. I think it's pretty obvious.
I think that's obvious, man. I think that's Telly, man. Chappelle, man.
Chappelle, for sure.
Chappelle.
Come on, bro.
Did it.
Yeah, like it was just it wasn't. It's not even debatable. Like it's nowhere. There's. How about this? Let's make it more interesting.
Yeah.
Who will be next if after Chappelle? That did really great in scenes.
I guess. I mean, would Luke Wilson count?
He counts.
Oh, then Luke Wilson.
Yeah. Because I'm like either Luke or Deke. But I gotta go Luke Wilson.
Deke, see, the problem with Deke, man, is you need a little bit more Deke in there.
A little bit more, just a little bit more.
Yeah, because I just feel like there wasn't enough of that threat. There was not enough threat to Miles or to Logan. However, I'm to Malone. I guess the threat was him being caught, but like. Man, I think Telly was probably his greatest threat. Telly was the motherfucker that was always about to tell on him.
Oh yeah. You
could have added Deke in there a little bit more. Yeah.
If it was a different genre, it would have been more of that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like because they would have started to really. If it was just a drama and a thriller, they would have really make the stakes high.
Yep.
Things that bother you.
Ooh, okay. So
you want to bounce back and forth since you got a long list.
So I'm gonna go with my first thing. First thing that bothers me is the minuscule, the way they made the FBI scene. This is the Federal Bureau of Investigation. For them not to know that all them statues had cocaine in them or drugs, like Malone is really that damn smart. Like it's the oldest trick in the book. Like how does he know that's the oldest trick in the book, but the LAPD don't and the FBI don't? Like, come on, man.
Fair.
That's shit writing. That's garbage writing. That's garbage writing.
Yeah, everybody shouldn't be just lost on that. Like that that's just not that complicated.
Yeah, right. It ain't that complicated. The FBI should have been like, what? It's just yeah.
For me, Deacon killing, what is it? Killing Eddie because he didn't want to split 17 million 4 ways. That's $4,250,000 a piece. You killed somebody in an operation over some millions that you don't even have already.
Yeah.
Like you've created more risk to even get that. That bothered me. Not that it doesn't fit the writing. It bothers me from the more morality standpoint of a thief. It's like, what are you talking about? Like,
I'm with you. I think he jumped the gun on that.
He definitely did.
I think he thought that Miles trusted. See, here's where he fucked up was he was new to the situation. So he don't know how the operation works. So I'm guessing he thought that they both were coming back up and that either one of them would have the diamond. So, okay, Eddie ain't got it. Then, Miles would be right behind him, and then Miles not. So now he already done pulled the gun on Eddie. So I got to take care of Eddie and still play this role. Like, I think that's a lot of him just being naive or being new to what was going on. But
that
yeah,
makes sense. I think you hit it on the nose. I think that makes total sense because it's like I don't even know you. I don't know you dudes. I was brought into an operation. You're right. I'm gonna take this, and I mean you two are the highest threat. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense now.
He just took the risk that whoever came up here first would have that.
They was getting it. Like it was that. Damn, that's crazy. That's why I said the genre could have been totally different.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I definitely want to talk about with trivia. So, but go ahead, keep going. It's another thing.
Oh, it's on you.
Another thing that bothers me is just the fact that there's no way that, I mean, I guess ultimately we find out that Carlson isn't that dumb anyway. But it's almost to the point where, like, how did he become a cop? You know what I'm saying? Like 3 years, you did parade duty, 3 years as a traffic cop. Like, it's almost to the point where I was like, I don't know if I believe that he would even be a cop. Like, this nigga is just.
And what was supposed to be detective?
Or detective, I'm sorry. Yeah, like, and he took it 5 times. Like, at some point, I feel like they would just tell you, like, nah, bro. You can only take the bar exam so many times for they just be like, nah, it ain't working.
That makes sense.
It ain't working. Same with medical. Like, you can't keep taking the medical until 100. No,
because we're not gonna let you operate on people.
Yeah, no, hell no. You obviously
that's a good point.
Yeah. So I'm cool on that.
Nah, that's a good point. For me, seeing his girl, she didn't even mean anything to the plot. Literally, y'all brought the girl in just to him to use the line later. When he asked, like, you got a girlfriend, got a wife? Nope, that's over with now. Like, y'all literally set that up for, I mean, again, you're trying to get the comedy chops off. I get, because this movie's supposed to be that, let Martin use his charm and his funny to get it off and improv. Absolutely. But it did zero for the plot. Like, you never revisit it. It ain't at the end where he's like, hey, yo, I'm in it, nothing. Like, at least and set it off with, Blair Underwood. Blair Underwood, I'm saying? At least there was a phone call at the end to Blair. You know what I'm saying? To, like, it meant something. Like, this meant zero. Like, it's just a typical nigga just got out of prison. Let me try to get some. And then that's the end of that. Like, it just meant zero to the plot. Y'all could have did without that.
Yeah. I'm with you there. That's definitely one of them. I get it, but you definitely could have not had that whole scene and it would have made more sense. You could have figured out something else to add there. I mean, obviously, losing a partner. I don't want to talk about it, talking about Eddie. So yeah, I'm with you there. Damn, it was something else that bothered me. The main thing that bothers me, 2 years, bro. 2 years. Now, don't get it twisted. They didn't find the diamond, right?
Right.
But they still know the diamond is missing. So ultimately, you still gonna get time, because if they can't find the diamond.
So it comes down to breaking and entering. I think that's what the time should be tied into, breaking and entering.
They broke into a bank, like
so that's federal.
Federal bank.
Okay.
Like that's
he's still doing time even without the diamond. Like, you can't prove I don't have the tools on me. You're right.
But
so
the judge still gonna throw some shit at you.
More
to the point where it's like, by the time you get out here and you, maybe even if you do have a diamond, you gonna have such a hard time to get that bitch off because you can't even move, type deal. Like, it would have been a lot of, motherfuckers would have known who he was, because that case would have been so huge.
It wasn't low key like that.
Yeah.
Robbing a bank is not low key.
Nope.
Like, set it off. That's why they got those masks, bro.
Yes. We talking about a $17 million diamond, bro. Like, that would have been, there's no way he would have walked in that, them not knowing. Like, they tried to kind of
give him a beard in the beginning. Like,
well, you look familiar, bowling. But yeah, that bothers me. They could at least gave him 5 to 10.
5 was probably at least 5.
5 at least, yeah. 5 at least.
Yeah, I guess we was just supposed to believe that nobody recognized them because maybe they got so many cases often enough that they don't lock into.
Yes, and see, I'll give you that because it is L.A. You know, LA is a huge place and stuff like that. So I'll give you that. But still, 2 years ain't enough.
2 years did now. You absolutely that just feels way inaccurate. I ain't even the person that studies law or nothing like that.
But me neither. But I know 2 years.
2 years ain't not for no breaking and entering until bank.
Nah, hell nah.
For me, the thing that bothers me is the criminal in the beginning had a way out and turns around and checks who's in the bathroom stall. That doesn't even make sense. Nigga, you're running away. You not crossing over the thing. You're out. You're in the woman's bathroom. There's a window right there. Nigga, all you gotta do is hop in the stall, open the window, break it, kick it, whatever you need to do. You're out. You're a free man. But instead of doing it, he turns around with the most curiosity, the most curious face, and says, "Wait, who's in this stall?" And then what happens?
Weird shit.
And exactly, Malone kicks the door open, knocks him out. I'm like, that makes zero sense to me. Like,
and
not one
that's
criminal.
The thing too. Nobody asked him nothing. Like, why are you in the women's bathroom? Like, nobody asked him that. No one. And he was in the stall already. Like, if you pay attention, and these supposed to be police officers. Like, they supposed to always think outside the box. It's so much shit that they supposed to notice. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, man, it. And I know it's a comedy, so I'm trying.
It is. No, we giving it a break, but like we just got to keep it a bean. Like that is. That's crazy. Like it's just. I give him a break. Like I said, I'll even give him a break. Let's say, okay, it's so many cops, there's only 5 stalls or whatever. It would be rare for 5 policemen to be sitting on a toilet and there's still urinals. But I even still would give you that. However, the criminal turning back and like he really looked curious, like, wait, somebody in here? Like, come on, bro.
Yeah. We know what he was in there for.
Yeah, hey, come on, dog. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Just mind your business.
Mind your business.
You got any more things? I mean, anything more things about it?
No, I believe that's it. I think that's it. I think I got it off my chest. Go ahead.
I got one last thing.
Go ahead.
The nigga that applies the ball cream on his old ass white balls and then don't wash his hands, bro, and wanted to shake. Listen to me. As a grown man, I see this still, not rubbing cream on the balls, but like we see each other, make eye contact, and I will see a person flush the toilet and just, I'm like, nigga, COVID wasn't, I'd be hot. Bruh. I'd be like, you a nasty nigga, man.
Bruh. Like, I see that all the time.
Niggas will leave a stall like fresh off the squat, bruh.
Bruh, listen to me. I hate to say this, but I'm gonna have to say it because honesty, man.
Yeah.
Especially at church. That's where I see it the most, man.
Yeah.
We supposed to be at church.
Oh, that's
blowing it down.
Yeah, I can't shake hands now. So you don't even
and at my church, bro, they got this nice some nice hand sanitizer, some nice hand lotion, like some nice hand soap. So
some options.
Even after you put the hand sanitizer on, you can lotion it up so you can get right. They still walk right out that mug. I'll be like, oh no.
Man, look,
oh no.
I'm about to start hitting people with the fist bump, bro. I'm hitting the old ladies.
I'm gonna give you an elbow.
Damn near. Because I'm like, bro, listen, like, that's ridiculous. Like, this nigga wanted to shake hands with Malone when you put your
got offended.
Yeah, it got offended till you smelled your stinky ass hands, bro. Nigga. Bro, you smell like the locker room. Stop playing with me. You want to shake me with those hands and then you smell it for yourself. Like, how dare you be so comfortable?
Yeah.
Like, there's just not a world where I'm gonna be rubbing my balls and then I'm gonna shake somebody's hand.
Yep.
I just don't know what do they do that, bro? I'm not gonna even do it if I just lick my fingers, ate some food.
That's crazy.
It's nuts. No pun intended.
No pun intended. Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna shake you with a firm hand. Like, nah, dog. Like, stop playing.
Yep.
But yeah, that's the last thing that bothered me. I guess that's probably more of a wouldn't let that happen to me. But
hey. Yeah, he didn't know. Shit.
He sure didn't. Nice to meet you. Gotta go.
Gotta go. Yeah, straight up.
I don't think I got it. I don't think I listened to anything. But do you got anything as far as wouldn't let that happen to me?
No, I don't think I have anything.
I probably say the Carlson thing. Like, I'm not as cute as you are with that whack hairstyle. You're not gonna rub my cheek, and I'm gonna loosen the handcuffs. I'm not loosening. I don't care. Like, look at this nigga. Look at him.
Yeah, I don't know,
I'm
man.
not. I don't know, dog. I don't. Them eyes, bro.
Man.
Them
You heard
eyes,
me?
kind of. Listen,
Looking. It depends on what day it
yeah, she
is.
was
You
for
might have
sure.
got me.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
I'm trying to think of anything else that I wouldn't let happen to me.
Same thing. Malone ain't let happen. I ain't going for them donuts, bro. That nigga almost ate that donut. I love that part when that nigga
That was a subtle thing to say.
that's a
Hey, yo,
subtle thing. Yeah, he's just like,
I'm losing.
yeah, I'm losing it.
I'm losing my
Mm-hmm.
identity and who I really am.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, for
Miles
sure.
Logan. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So that was a
yes.
super subtle thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I would not have threw my file in the freaking janitor trash can. You know, the little, remember when he threw his file right there in the building?
I think that was smart. I think that was promotion papers. So that was just another trail
No, that
of
wasn't
them.
promotion papers. Because
What were
remember, so the captain gave it to Carlson to file.
they?
You know, the West Coast Vina or whatever. Like, he's from over here. He's like, hey, here, Carlson. And then when they were talking and walking around, he's like, hey, let me get this. You know what you're doing? Yeah, I got it. And he took it and then he immediately stuffed it in the trash can.
Yeah.
This is before we get to the P31 and all of that. So it's like,
yeah.
That's why I said, like, promotion, sure, but like that wasn't like, no, that was your file that he read and said, yo, you need to file this in. I was like, nigga, that you should have never threw it away in the building. Like, you would have had to find it down. Like, hey, look, I filed it. I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah.
You know, but and then he immediately said, man, yeah, I found it. Like, that part for me was just
that's
like,
true. That's true.
But again, he's only thinking I'm gonna be here in an hour. So that
yeah.
So fair enough. But
yeah, I'm with you.
I'm trying to think anything else I wouldn't let happen to me.
No, I think that's it for me.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Okay. So the rating that I found online, this movie was rated 4.7 out of 10. Or no,
4.7. Where you look at your rating?
No, you know what? That's not right. I think that's from the previous one. Let me see. What you found? What rating did you find?
I found a 6.4 on.
That might be more online. I think that's right.
Yeah.
So 6.4, is it too high, too low, or just right?
I'm gonna say it's too low.
Okay.
It's too low. I'm going 6.6.
6.6, fair enough.
Yeah, I'm going 6.6.
I gotta go 7.
Okay. I ain't mad at that.
It's enough funny, it's enough action packed, it's enough everything, and it's not a hard, like, it's not a dumb movie, but it's not an overly thinking movie.
Yeah.
And there's a skill set in finding that balance.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy. Okay, I lost the diamond in the beginning, get the diamond back.
Yep.
Go through all of these steps to get the diamond back. Like, you know, it's not an overly complicated movie, but these characters that because you even like the character that is he's old school. He's got to be FBI. That cop over there, like, you even like him, like the characters they give us, even the captain, like, Malone, he's used to this. Like, remember at the end, like, where the captain had confidence in him, like, Malone, he'll figure this out. Like, he was so sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh no, he's
this must be part of his plan.
That's what I'm like, bro. Yeah. So all of these different characters, the belief and stuff like that. So but for me, I'm definitely going at least 7. I think 7 is worth it for this movie.
I'm with it.
And then we got to do the kosher garden rating. Is it a rose, a bouquet, or the whole damn garden?
I'm gonna say it's a bouquet.
Okay, I like it.
Okay,
I would say bouquet. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I definitely got to say bouquet. It's definitely not the whole damn garden, but bouquet is. Yeah. Rather it's a big bouquet or a smaller bouquet. It's definitely a bouquet. It can't be a rose. This is way more than a rose.
More than a rose for sure.
Yeah. But yeah. Hey man, look, man. Hey.
Listen. I got a few trivias for you.
Yeah, come on through.
Okay, so just like you said, this movie made way too much money for it not to have a sequel. They were going to do a sequel. The sequel was going to partake of Carlson coming to Mexico to find Miles Logan to help them with a bomb threat. There's this guy, and he's a threat when I guess he works bombs or something of that nature. But it fell through. So we didn't get the sequel. Essentially, the screenplay that was Blue Streak 2 became Bad Company with Chris Rock and Anthony Hopkins. So, yeah, that's.
Do you think it would have worked?
No, I can't stand that movie. And it got a lot of heat, that movie got, because it was one of the last movies filmed in World Trade Center, and it was a terrorist attack type of movie, and all that. So it got a lot of bad, lot of bad traction from that anyway. Another thing that I saw was there was a scene that didn't make the movie where they actually go bowling, with the captain. So they're bowling with the captain, and you'll see the officer that actually arrested Miles say to him, like, "Yo, you look familiar. Like, where do I know you from?" And Miles drops a bowling ball on him, on his foot, to stop him from blowing his cover, gets him injured. There's that.
I would have liked that in there.
Yeah. And then this movie was actually supposed to be exactly what you said. It was supposed to be rated R. Supposed to be it's supposed to be a comedy for sure, but definitely more of a dramedy. With a lot more drama, lot of cussing, lot more grown up things in this movie. But due to just due to where I think where Martin was and where his career was going at that time, I don't think that they really wanted to go that route. I think they wanted to make this movie pretty much like a guaranteed hit. We want to make sure this hits. We don't want you trying something new right this second. Like I said, I think the director is a money grab director. You know what I'm saying? And if you're trying to experience things, that's when you call those one type of directors that, this ain't for that. So they definitely changed it up. It was definitely supposed to be rated R, and the script is a little bit more violent, hence when you talk about Uncle Luke, like Uncle Luke or whatever, Uncle Luke, Uncle Louis not getting killed. I'm sure in the original script he got popped.
Yeah, he definitely got popped. He's done more.
And that's why I feel like Deacon definitely would have had a bigger role if it was rated R, because he's that type of actor. Like, he's made for those type of films, for sure. So I think that's about it. The only other trivia I had is, famously, Dave Chappelle talks about this movie on his famous Oprah interview, when he talks about Hollywood and them demasculating black men. This is the film he was discussing. They wanted him to dress up like a woman in this film, and he refused. Yeah,
it has zero to do with anything.
Yep. It was supposed to be the scene where somehow they were supposed to include Telly in the sting operation. He was supposed to include Telly, and they were supposed to dress up like women. So
both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, that been crazy.
And Chappelle said hell no. And I love that he said hell no, even though he was really no one at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he was like, real low.
He was definitely a low budget nigga. So for him to say no lets you know what type of, like, for real, what type of shit his morals are.
A low budget nigga.
Yeah, low budget nigga. He still said no.
I'm using that.
I love that for him, man.
Yeah. No doubt.
I think that's about it.
I got one thing too. You probably seen it too, but like when Miles Logan or Martin, when he was on the PA and he was yelling at the car in front of him.
Oh, yeah.
You seen that too? It's the same car from the Big Lebowski that came out a year prior in '98. So I mean, I don't know. Too many of us.
After I saw that movie, man, I ordered so many White Russians, man.
Hey, listen. Shout out to the Sopranos and Adriana getting a White Russian, finding out she got IBS.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Oh man,
that's what to say, man.
So, well, yeah, man, y'all. This is hey, man. I know you're supposed to be security, man. Hold it down. Look, don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You don't say nothing, I won't say nothing,
All
man.
right, man. Look, man, I
You know that.
appreciate you letting me do this review, bro. I had
Yeah,
to do this because us fans, man, we ready to get some movies off and we need to
I'm
hear this,
ready.
man. But
Yeah,
I'm ready. Hopefully after this, man, Ray P and Rich, they can hear this joint and they come in take over the studios. I know by that point they're gonna have government tier
yeah.
security at that
You
point
hear
because
me?
they
Indeed.
so you let me know how that phone call go because you let
Yeah,
me into the studio again to do
man.
this, man.
I'm gonna let you know, man. But if you don't hear from me, hey, I'm so hey, it's all love.
I appreciate it. Well, look, y'all,
Yes, sir.
this has been another episode of the Culture Garden, the Culture Garden
Yeah,
Takeover, with me, of course, Maurice Hunt III, and of course, the third member of Culture Garden, Skool.
yeah.
As Rich would say, y'all be cool. How y'all be cool?